Welcome back to another episode. Today we have a few things actually. My starter motor died for one. It needs a good hit every time I want to drive it, which is annoying.
Or your friend has to push start it 4 times in one night because you stall it
right
on
after,
skids.
yeah. Trying to be sneaky and then you stall it and you can't start it again mid-skid.
I reckon he did it on purpose. he goes, sorry, sure you're down in Mexico, you know.
The Mexican police are very fond of us. Anyway, so this is going to be in a few days because I don't have all the parts yet, but we are doing a... Mel just branded himself. You okay?
Yeah.
I don't have all the parts yet, but we are doing a budget lock kit. So I've got these adapters from Drift HQ. We're going to be chucking them in today. I've got extended lower control arms on the green Lexus, which I'll be putting into this one, and then a couple of other spicy bits and pieces. Head check.
Ooh, that's kind of small.
Just.
Not quite. So by the end of this, I want to be able to do a lat spread in the middle of it. Actually,
Well, they don't teach you this in soccer tower class.
so this is what we've come up with. That's our angle line for lock, and this is the camber angle at full lock. So ideally you want this to be flat. That's why people run negative camber. So you have maximum road contact and therefore more grip in the front. It's going to be interesting seeing what we get in the final run with our super accurate measurements. Typically, you don't have to disconnect the ball joint or anything like that, but we are replacing this arm as well.
Well, so this is the lower control arm. So if you replace that, you're going to have some bulldog stance.
I don't know which way is front, but essentially that's going to go in like so. We've cut off the stock tie rod point and now we've moved this inwards. If you have a piece out here, it's going to have to travel way further to get it to pivot the same amount, whereas if obviously inside, it's going to be more responsive, going to have more angle, and yeah. Here's a quick comparison of the two lower control arms. So it's going to push it out a little bit. So slightly longer, see how they go. Okay, I know someone's pulling a fast one on me, but all we've done is literally just do suspension. Went to start it up. Have a listen to this. It sounds like not. I think it's coming from the head.
Oh, really?
What?
Because it had the car tilted.
Lifted tick from doing suspension. We removed the angle and now it's angry with us. What I've done is, because I've taken the lock kit out of the green one, I have those ball joints just sitting around. So out of curiosity, put one side on the left there. That's going to be whatever was in the green Lexus. The right side over there is the new Drift HQ ones. So they're both, at the moment, they're hitting the caster arms. So I can't actually go full lock. Well, they're very, very similar, but I'm gonna have a look anyway. And I've noticed as well, just by visual inspection, they have a bit more camber, the Drift HQ's ones. These are what they look like, by the way. But yeah, so these ones are actually replacement ball joints with different tie rod pickup points. The Drift HQ budget ones utilize the stock ball joint, cutting off the OEM pickup point, and then they have that adapter which adds the new one. So OEM points where the ball joints meet the knuckles, and these are the new spacer points. So that's the reason for the extra camber as well, which you can visually see. But yeah, I'm gonna put this on the floor and just have a quick look. Check out the camber difference though. Left side, that's the one that came off the green Lexus, and that is the Drift HQ adapters. Okay, this is actually insane. That fitment is actually pretty good. You can see it still has that extra bit of camber, but it tucks nicely, treads in there. Obviously I'll have to raise it because when you're full lock, that's gonna just destroy itself as soon as you hit a bump. But I actually like that fitment. And now, this is the Drift HQ side, way more camber. That's like proper camber. And it's actually pushed the wheel out as well. And now I have the flushest fitment in Brendel. Camber actually is a problem when you drive the car a lot. I used to go through front tires on the green Lexus like every 2 months, 3 months. It's great for drifting, not so great if you actually street drive the car often and you don't want to pay for tires all the time. I think I'm going to use the other lock kit just because of that camber. If you have stock arms, I think it's going to give you a perfect amount of camber to compensate the extra angle. But because I already have extended lower control arms, I think it's just a bit too much, if I'm honest. Perfect for track use, but I street drive this most days. So just for the sake of interest, 6 degrees, 4 degrees. I finally got the caster arm out. It was an absolute pain. The inside goes on through like a little bush, and that was just seized on. But anyway, that's out. We have the new arms that just rocked up. I'm gonna go ahead and whack them in. And then also I've made these little angle stoppers because I noticed at full lock, things were starting to hit the brakes and brake lines were hitting like the coilovers and that sort of stuff. So I'll show you what I've done. This is adjustable. That's the lock nut right there. And then there's a nut behind it that is welded to the lower control arm. Bit of a comparison between the old and new. These are high clearance arms, so it's going to allow us to get a lot more lock. It was hitting in here before, so. Okay, got plenty of clearance. That's pretty sick.
Impressive.
That's a lot of angle. Look at that. Okay, everything's finally back in. This is basically what we've ended up with. I pretty much packed everything away and then realized this was still on the floor. But it's all back in now, tidied up. So obviously we can't just go out and test the lock kit. So we're gonna hit up our mate. He actually owns a bit of private road.
We do have a mate with a private road.
So our mate owns a bit of mock-up industrial area. His name's Joey. But yeah, so we're gonna hit up our mate and go for a rip around his compound. Nothing fancy, I just wanna see how much angle we can get.
He crashed into a tree.
I did, I binned it at Scott's compound.
His uncle brother's name's like Steve or something.
Yeah.
I think he's related to Adam. And shout out to his partner, Neve.
Yeah, so I'll throw in a couple of clips of us just testing it out.
It actually looks like a real road. It's actually insane.
Shout out to Steve for having too much money.
He drifts a Lamborghini Gallardo.
You told me you have to get a 4.3. Oh my lord. Just need to go faster.
I'll see how far I can throw it out. If I spin out, it doesn't matter because it's on George's property, so you know. But yeah, like full lock and you're like literally looking at the road over here. It doesn't look like that much lock when you put it on the floor and turn it, but then you do circles in like a pretty average street and you're not even getting close to the curbs. Like that's pretty impressive. So thanks again to our mate Paul for letting us use his compound. Hope you enjoyed the video and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.
Peace out.
Keep on keeping on.
It needs to be something Australian though.
We're not Australian. Cheers, cobber. All right, straight into the next video. Bah, bah, bah.